Well, hi everybody. Hi, I'm getting it going at last. Right, champion. Just to get a few photographs down here, the lower tunnel. But I've got a video to make tonight, so, well, it'll be tomorrow when I get this finished off. But at least there's a spring cabbage coming away, Connie. There's a couple of lads on the internet asking about onion beds and that the other night, and I says, well, if they keep them nice and clean, just make sure there's no white rot in that. There's no reason why you shouldn't use it every month. Well, this is what we do with our beds every year, is they put the cabbages in. And of course, these are spring cabbage, and what the spring cabbage will do, they'll take out all the excess nutrients that's been lying over the beds over the winter. No build-up of salts, no build-up of chemicals, not that we use any, but there's all sorts happening in the soils. So what we do, we take them all out, put the cabbages in, and they'll clean all the soils out for us, and they'll be perfect, ready for the tomatoes going in the back end this year. As you can see, Roger's been really busy. We're getting all the baskets hung up. Here's our first lot of strawberries. We've got a second lot in the top tunnel coming on. These will be planted around about the middle of next month. But for the time being, we're quite happy with these. The temperatures have been really freezing over the northeast the last couple of weeks, so there's just a little sign of fresh growth coming on the top there. All these need now is a spoonful of sulphate of ammonia into their pots, and they'll blast them with no ends. What I really want to do is to come up here and check on the leeks. Well, this is one of the leeks for seed for this year, and well, they look absolutely marvellous. I'll give them a little bit of a spray, maybe in the next week or two, a bit of soapy water, maybe make up a little garlic spray, and they'll be fine. But yeah, we've got about 6 good leeks ready to go with a seed, and there's a blancher there, so quite pleased with them. As I say, the strawberries are coming on a treat. I'm sorry about the shakiness of the camera, but I'm hobbling my way through the tunnel. There's just one more thing over there at the far end to show you. A few comments the other night about the garlic. Well, there's ours just going to seed now. If you don't get any bulbs that's starting to green up, you can always pop them in a pot and let them go with a seed, and that's what's going to happen with these ones. These are just ordinary garlic bulbs last year, and what we're doing, we're going to stick them in the pot, let them go to seed, get the scrapes on them, the garlic scrapes, and hopefully we'll get a good seed out of them, or some small grasses that'll grow from them, just the same as what the leeks do. But we'll try them. Right, I'll get back in the greenhouse now. I'll just having a little check on them, wallflowers. They're growing away fine. And of course, what I wanted to keep my eye on was the sweet peas. And well, I'm quite happy with them. They're growing away just nice. They're just about the size I like them at this time of the year. Not too big, just a couple of inches. You've got to realise there's been temperatures up the northeast here has been down below zero for a good couple of weeks now, so I'm well pleased with them. I'll probably let them go to the end of this month, end of January, beginning of February, before I even think about nipping mine out. But for the time being, they're growing away just nice and slow. I don't want them any quicker than that. And I'll maybe just have to stake them up. As I say, it's not what's on the top of the plant that I get excited about. It's what's in the bottom of the pots here. All that lovely root, nice big root ball, and that's what makes your plants, not what's on top. As I say, don't worry about them getting over big, because it's quite an easy job. As once you get a hold of them, it's just to nip these growing tips out. But I like to leave them for about 4 or 5 sets of leaves, a good couple of inches, and then I'll nip the tops out. But no, I'm well pleased with them. They're growing away nice and slowly. I've got quite a little bit of garlic still sitting here that I never got planted out, but they'll go in one of the tunnels once I get myself back on my feet. And once again, in the greenhouse, what we did in here, if you remember last year, we filled this up with winter cabbage. They're starting to heart up, so we'll get some nice green cabbages off them, some greens. But the main job I put these in for, the main priority is to get the beds cleaned. Cabbages will soak up all the excess salts. Any fertiliser that's in there, the cabbages will take them all out. And they'll really clean the land up for you. And that's the idea of us filling the beds up. So these will be out for March, and we've got quite a few crops out on the front of here. So the beds are going to be nice and clean. The soil's going to be nice and clean. Maybe just have to put a little bit of chase fluid, but apart from that, it'll be fine. Well, just a quick run up of where I've been up to, and out a couple of tunnels. The last place I was there, checking the spring bedding, or the winter bedding. I managed to get a lot of this potted up just before I had my accident. But as I say, it's doing well. It should have been in the ground long before now, but it'll still come in handy for the spring. Of course, as you recognise the Bellis daisies. I've also got a few sweet williams here. Polyanthus, plenty of polyanthus here. Well, maybe just get them potted up. We've just made a mix up today in the mixer with a lot of help from Roger there. Of course, he's had to do all the humping for us, humping the compost, the soil, the sand. But that's all done now. And of course, he's been really busy while I've been off. Our second crop of strawberries. They're in the big pot, and if you follow our site, you'll find out that these are the 3-year-old strawberries. But they're in there now, and they'll be growing away well in the next couple of months. We should get a good crop off them, and then once they're finished, we'll take the pots out and we'll start all again. As I say, we like to use a 3-year rotation plan on our strawberries. First year runnings go into baskets. Once they empty the baskets out, they come into these pots. So we've got 40 of these pots all the way along the benches. These are the second year strawberries. We'll get a good crop off them. And of course, once they come out of these green pots after this year, they'll go into the big black ones and replace them ones. So that's a 3-year cropping system that we use, and we'll never have any problems with that. Works for us all the time. So as I say, just for users just joining the site, I know there's quite a few starting to subscribe to our channel. So welcome to us, welcome everybody. We're glad you're getting some interest of what we're doing. Now next week, I've got to make a priority job. I must get the garlic planted out. This is the ones that we're starting the 5 and 7 inch pots. Now the garlic will be planted into here. This has just been covered this year with black polythene. Underneath there's a good thick layer of seaweed, and the garlics will go down that side. Why I like to grow them in the tunnel is because they're trying to get away with not getting any of the rust that the garlic and the onions always have a lot of trouble with. So I'm hoping to escape that. As I say, they'll get planted out down there, and then we'll have 3 rows of early potatoes planted in here into this tunnel this year. The beds aren't empty that long. As I say, we do manage to move them around year by year, and this is the only bed we haven't filled with cabbages, is because it's going to have the early potatoes in. As I say, tomatoes come out of here last year, and what we'll do, we'll clean the bed up, we'll give it a bit of jazz fluid, and we'll get the early potatoes in here, and then they should be out in time for it to get our onions. There'll be marrows, courgettes, cucumbers, quite a few bits of veg. Sweet corn is our main crop for the tunnels. They'll all go into here. So as I say, we've got the luxury of doing a rotation on our polytunnels and our greenhouse. We've got 3 big ones, so each year we can have a different crop in each tunnel, and it keeps our beds nice and clean. But that's where we are at the moment anyway. I'm going back down home now. I've got a few seeds to sow, so I'm hoping to finish off this video and get it online maybe tomorrow night. But as I say, that's where we are with our strawberries at the moment. This is our 2nd year croppers in the green tubs. Looking really well, really healthy. No water on them yet, just nice and, they've been sitting outside the bed since last September, since we potted them up. So there's enough moisture in there, and we like to wait until they start drying out a little bit, and then what I'll do is I'll probably make a garlic spray up and give them a good spraying with that, and that'll keep any pests off them. before the flowers set into next month, and hopefully we'll get a cracking crop of strawberries off them. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it up the plot for now and get myself back down home. We've got a few seeds to sow, and then we'll get this video online. So as I say for now, bye, and we'll catch up with all of you soon. Okay. Well, morning everybody. Hopefully today I'm going to try and get this little video finished off. As you can see, I'm back down home now at the little greenhouse in the back garden. Full light today. It's not too bad. I've had to switch my light off, my sodium lamp and the heat lamp. It's reflecting off my head and it's rather warm, so I've just turned it off for the time being. I'm sure I've got plenty of light in here this morning to make this video. So that's better now. As I said, I was back at Allotment yesterday. I managed to get a couple of hours done. Not too bad. Had a good look around and see what's growing and what's to be done. At the moment I'm just catalogues and more catalogues. That's what's keeping me busy at the moment. I've got most of my seeds ordered, so everything's ready for sowing. A lot of comments on the internet the other night. A lot of people trying to get started sowing. Maybe we've looked at it. If you've got the gear, that's fine. But I mean, we're only in the middle of January. We've got plenty of time. I'm reading people planting tomatoes, planting peppers. It's to me, for them, they're soft fruits and they're far too early to be even thinking about them. I'll just take this little plastic propagator lid. These are absolutely fantastic. Cheapest chips. Buy them in more shops, and I use them, as I say, rather than using a plastic bag. It puts a couple of degrees extra in your trays of seedlings. Now I've just come down this morning and it's 64 in here this morning, which is, it's not bad. It's a little bit, to me it's a little bit warm. Of course, with the heat lamp being on and my little electric tube, I'll maybe just turn that down a little bit. I like it around about the 55 mark in here, not too hot. As I say, we've got full light. It's a lovely little greenhouse down here. I'll make the most of it. Only trouble is I'm south facing, so I like to have my heat lamp on through the day and let that burn for 12 hours so everything gets maximum light. And at this time of the year, it's a premium. I'm sick of going on about it, but you know, if you don't have good light for your seedlings, and then you're going to suffer. They're going to stretch them, they're going to go leggy, and that's the least thing you want at this time of the year. If you remember my last video, I started sowing my onions off. These are the big ones I got from Dave. What's the Dave? Well, they've just popped through in the last couple of days. So, as I say, downstairs now, I set them away upstairs in me loft because I knew it was going to be between 10 and 14 days before they pop through. So it created a little bit of room down here for us where I've got some of the leeks taken up the allotment. They're up there now, quite comfortable I hope. So we'll leave them for the time being. As I say, they're the ones I sowed in single pots. Now these are the same leeks again, different varieties which are sowed in the big pots. Now the difference between these and them, I'm not going to pot them up, I'm going to leave them to grow on in the single trays, whereas these ones in the pots I'm going to let them get their crook stage, and then I'm going to repot them and just see what the difference is. A lot of the big guys, a lot of big growers they always like to pot off at the crook stage. And the crook stage, well, you can see they're just coming through. There's a double leaf there, just coming through there. And when that leaf opens up, you'll end up with a crook stage, and that's when they like to pot their leeks up, pot their onions off. So I'm going to try it anyway and see what difference we'll get. Most of me other onions, they're just coming through there now. They're in the big trays. They're single sown, so they're quite good. I'm not expecting any leeks to come through for a while because they're in the big pots and they're a little bit deeper. I put them about half an inch deep. As I say, it all depends on what you're using, whether it be a shallow tray or a big pot. But always leave a half inch at the top, your seed in, quarter inch of compost on the top, so it gives you at least a quarter inch clearance on the top of watering. And that's my rule of thumb. Always use that same one, never coming wrong, never planting too deeply. What about the rule of thumb, golden rules? Well, I nearly packed one of mine up this week. As you know, I sowed these at the same time as onions. These are the big Cornish cabbage, giant cabbage. I'm trying these for the first time this year. And the other day that just broke the surface. So what I did, I took my spray upstairs and I gave them a good spraying with chamomile tea and forgot about them. So 2 days later I went up and lo and behold, there they were. They've shot away. A little bit tall. I would like them a little bit, about a ½ inch to an inch smaller than that. So they grow nice and strong, but they're okay. I'll do another sowing again today. They'll make up, as I say. I'll let them grow for another couple of weeks yet, till I get a nice strong stem on them, good root system, and then I'll put them up into little 6 centimetre pots. So they're fine at the moment. Quite happy with them. Not too bad. The big leeks, I've left some of them down here. These are the Yorkshire Giants. Using by the roots, they're growing really well. They've been a little bit cold, but what I want to do this morning is to come down and check the buttons. They're starting to pick up there now. I'm quite happy with them. They're not as big as some of them on the internet, but it's a try for me this year. I managed to pull the buttons back just a little bit, and hopefully that'll stop them from reaching too much into the air. But for the time being, they're doing fine. Right, just one little thing I mentioned on my video when I was at the allotment. We were doing the strawberries, and I says I like to start feeding around about the February mark. And I think what I had says on the feed is sulphate of ammonia. Well, of course it's not sulphate of ammonia. Sulphate of ammonia I like to use for my cabbages, brassicas, leeks, onions, anything like that. It's a good nitrogen booster for them, and it's sulphate of potash, which is what you want for your strawberries. Just a spoonful, half a spoonful around your plants, and that'll give them a great boost. I'm going to mix a garlic spray up next week. I'll take the sulphate of potash up. I'll give them a good feed with that. They still haven't had any water yet because I think the pots are still nice and moist, although they've been inside for a fortnight now. The trouble with the tunnel this time of the year, it gets a lot of moisture, a lot of drips in. So that's what you've got to watch here for any rotten setting in. If it's dropping on the plants, bite rust will set in, moulds. That's why I like to give them a good spraying of garlic spray, and I'll keep them nice and clean. But yeah, I was quite pleased with the allotment. I went up to see my leeks. That's of course there in the video. That's the big show leeks. Now they're away for seed. Now I'm hoping we'll get some good seed heads off them this year, and I'll take you right through the growing season. This is for next year. Fortunately, I missed out this year because I had my accident. I'm way behind on most things, flowers, fruit, veg. So I'm not too worried. I might lose out on a few things in the shows, but it'll put us in good stead for next year when I do retire, and then I can start from afresh at the end of this year and get everything spot on the way I want it. I'm just trying out a few different things. As I say, I've been gardening for 50 years now, and but I still like to try different things out every year. Yeah, it's just a couple of them. No shallots. Everybody be saying, oh, you buy your shallots in bags and little bulbs. You can still buy them in seed. And I like to try something new every year. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try the shallots this year. I'm going to sow the seed, single compartments again. And once they get up to decent size, I'll put them up into pots. Some I'll plant out into the tunnel, one of the lower polytunnels that we're going to use for onions and nuts, garlics. So I'll plant the shallots in there. And if I get a decent crop off them, what I'll do is at the end of the year, I'll keep some of the bulbs, dry them out, hang them up, and then they can go in for next year's shallot crop, the bulbs. So you're not losing either way. You can keep your shallots every year as long as you look after your bulbs nice and clean, nice and dry, and you'll get a good crop from them the following year. So that's the shallots. Another one, I should have had these sown last week with the leeks. This is a Welsh onion, of course. You know this is a perennial one. I'll put these in, and these last all year long, every year. What happens is they grow into a nice bunch of onions, as they're sometimes called. And what I like to do is, once they get a good size in the garden, is to dig one up about the August, September time, split it into 3 or 4 parts, put it up into a good 7-8 inch pot, and then you can put them in the tunnel or the greenhouse, and you get fresh bunch of onions right through the winter. But as I say, they're perennial. You can split them every year, and you've always got a nice bunch of onion in the garden for your salads or whatnot. So that's something else I'll be sowing them this week. I'll get cracking with them. I've got loads of flowers to sow. So my next video, I think I'll start off with this, get the shallots in, get the bunched onions in, but I want to go straight onto the flowers. There's a lot of people have been asking about the flowers. Can be a little tricky depending on what system you use, but which is going to bring me on to the next point I want to bring up on the show, is that people are sowing now, and really when they get their seed packets out, on the bottom of your seed packet you'll have a monthly calendar. It's a chart, and what it is, it's a guide. If it says sow in January, it's a guide. It'll give you January, February, March, April. You can sow from these dates. And all that's telling you is that if you've got the gear, by all means sow. If you've just got a house, if you've got no heat in the greenhouse and you're trying to sow them in the house, just remember that they're going to grow to quite a size. And of course, bringing them out, if you're sowing this early, you're going to be bringing them out in March, and it's going to be absolutely freezing outside, which is not good for the plants. You're going to give a check to the plants, you're going to stunt their growth, probably set diseases off in them, which is not very good for them. They're going to get a shock. And so, you know, if you haven't got the gear, to heat your greenhouse outside, don't bother bringing plants from the inside, from the house, into the cold greenhouse, because you'll end up just losing them. You'll put a check on them, you'll stunt their growth, and that'll be it. Not good for a young plant start for its life. As I say, the magazines are out now, the catalogues, you can go through them. There's thousands of varieties. You've just got to pick the ones that you're happy with. Small, medium or large, whatever. Go through. As I say, I like to try a different seed every year, but just work your way through them. On the internet channel, which is this one I'm doing the movie for, as my channel is Jeff Foreman, YouTube. Now, I've had 3 or 4 new subscribers this week. Well, welcome lads to the show. We hope you're getting interested in some more videos. What I would like to say to you is, if you like to go onto Facebook, we also have a channel on Facebook which is Jeff Foreman on the Plot. Just go onto Facebook, send us a request, and I'll get you onto the site. And what we do daily updates, weekly updates. We've got quite a few of the lads up in the plots with their own lotties, adding bits and pieces to it. So if you want to come onto that, rather than wait for a video being made every fortnight, hopefully once I get back on my feet, I'll get back to normal and do a video every week. I've got quite a lot to do this year, because last year I had planned on doing 2 or 3 major jobs at the end of the year, which unfortunately I couldn't get done because of having my accident. But that's something I'm going to put behind us. It's a lesson learned. So I'm hoping this year, once I get myself back on my feet again, it's going to be a brand new start, so we can get cracking. I've got loads of stuff up the allotment to do, but unfortunately, as I say, at the moment I can't get much done. I've got my chrysanthemums. They should have been down here on the heat. A couple of varieties that I was going to keep, like the Max Riley, the yellow and the ginger. The Liverpool Festival, I was going to show that one. There is some smaller buds just coming away, but they would have been fine down here with a bit of light on and a bit extra heat, and I would have getting some cuttings by the end of January. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But as I say, it's a learning curve. It's something for next year that I've got to learn. I'll get back on my feet and then we'll get started again. As I say, I've got the leeks growing away well. They'll make a good video for the end of the year, because there's lots of lads asking about the show leeks. Well, as I say, you've got to have a good strain to start with, and they're quite easy to manage once you get yourself a good leek head. But I'll take you right through the growing season on the leeks, on the new season I should say, at the end of this year. We'll start right from scratch with the bulbils that we'll take off. I'll show you how we'll come on with the leek heads. We'll take them, and of course I've got the garlic in the top tunnel. Well, I'm setting away for trying to get some bulbils off there. If you remember, they were just the round combs that hadn't split. I put them in for seed. They're now sprouting. Now they'll sit in the bottom tunnel all this year, until we get the seed heads off them, and hopefully we'll shave the seed heads the same as what we do with the leeks, and hopefully we'll get some nice bulbils off them. The garlic nuts, I never showed you them yesterday, but they're really fine. A lot of people struggle with growing with them. I don't know why. I've showed you in the video how to deal with the nuts, but mine are up like that now. So what I'm going to do next week, we made a mix up in the garden yesterday. As hopefully I'll get up Wednesday, get my brother to take us up in the car, and I'll start the video off up there, because what I want to do, I want to get them garlics potted up into bigger pots. They'll stop in them pots all summer now, and you'll get a nice decent bulb off them once they die back in July, and then they can be replanted again in the August for next year's crop. And you never have to send away for another comb again, hopefully. But that's the way we grow ours, year in, year out, and we never have any failures. But quite happy with that. Last thing was the sweet peas. A lot of people have been asking about them on the internet. There's been quite a few pictures. There's been some massive ones. They must have really had plenty of heat on, and they've had them in a good warm place. Well, sweet peas, as you know, I like to sow mine in the September, and mine are only 2 inches high now. I'm really pleased with them, because I've been missing from the garden for nearly 2 months, and they've really had to just look after themselves. I've just been up watering them. Up north here it's been about 3-4 degrees below, and they've just been sitting in an enclosed frost-free greenhouse. No heat, nothing else, just up on the top bench. And as you see by the video, they're up to a good 2 inches. They're nice and fresh. All I want to do with them is give them a spray of chamomile tea. I'll take a spray out up the allotment, and then I'll let them go until about the end of this month, which is perfect for me. End of January, beginning of February, once they get up to about 3 to 4 inches, 2 or 3 sets of leaves, and then I like to pinch mine out. Put a small cane in them with a supporting ring, by all means. But once you nip them out, they'll start bushing out. As I say in the video, it's not about what's on top, it's all about the bottom, what's underneath. Your root ball, that's your main thing. You get that root ball right, and you'll never look back. You get them put in the garden, end of April, beginning of May, whatever your support you're using, wigwams, or you're growing fences or whatever, and they'll absolutely romp away. Get them in the soil, good root ball, magic, and you'll get a fantastic show. Just don't forget to pinch the seed heads off as the flowers grow, and it'll keep flower and flower and flower, and you should flower all year round. And of course that's the secret of my sweet peas. A good autumn sowing. I will be sowing some in the springtime, just for family and friends in small cups, but that's another video. But for the time being, I want to get this video edited and get back up upstairs. I think I'll try a few geraniums and some busy lizzies, but that'll be the start of the new video. But for the time being, I'll stick my light back on, as I say. It's a little bit hot on the head. I should have had my hat on when I come down here, but it's been great. I've enjoyed the first video. I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope I've given some good tips. But as I say to the new starters, if you're happy with what's right, then by all means come onto Facebook and look us up. It's Jeff Foreman, on the plot with Jeff Foreman, and that's on my Facebook page. Send us a request, and we'll be happy to invite you along, and you too can join in with a bit posting some pics of your plots or wherever you are in the country, and we'll get stuck in. As I say, we're up here in the northeast, so if you're down south, you're bound to be a little bit warmer out we are. But that again has a bit difference on your seed zone too. Depends on what part of the country you're in. But as I say, don't be in too much of a hurry to get them sown. Just take your time. If you have got the gear, if you have got lights and heat in the greenhouse, well, by all means, get them in. There's a lot of people using propagators. I've never used a propagator in my life, electric one. I think you get a little bit too much heat from the bottom, but by all means you need that sometimes for some difficult plants like the peppers and that. They like a bit of heat to get started off with, but once they get started growing, they're fine. And as I say, I'll use a tray down here with a plastic cover, and they're fine. They'll rot away under there, just at the temperature and just at the speed I like. Nothing too fast. As I say, you don't end up with big leggy plants that'll suffer in the long run. But that's my recipe anyway for good strong plants. But I hope you've enjoyed it on the video, and I'll speak to us all soon. As I say, by the end of this week I'm hoping to get started on some bend plants. I know there's quite a few people who want to grow their own seeds this year, so this my advice, just take your time. You know, February, it'll start warming up, you're getting a few nice late hours of an evening and of a morning. and it'll help your seeds to no end. So just take your time and keep an eye on our site, and we'll show you how to get on. So for the time being, yeah, bye for now, okay?